Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. We've got open-air baseball for you on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Miami Marlins. We have an absolute treat on tap today as two of the game's best pitchers go head-to-head, Singy.
Yeah, and when these two are on, it's nothing short of electric, Boog. Neither of them likes to give an inch. Fierce competitors that have been dominant all season long. Will be a legit pitching duel in this one.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. Towing the slab in today's game, Braxton Garrett. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here. And as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it. And I think
hard hit down the line and left. And it stays fair. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, and he's there with a leadoff double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Swanson digs in. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Nabs it. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. They're facing a guy today who is a strike thrower. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so they're going to have to work hard to generate base runners.
And when you've got a strike thrower like this guy on the mound, you can't be overly patient as a hitter because the umpire is generally going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So you got to go up there, understand what's in his repertoire, be aggressive in what you can handle. And you get 3 swings, why not take all 3 of them? With his control and command, he's going to be in the strike zone.
And here it comes. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Eugenio Suarez. Castro sends it to first, and that is that. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. And now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. Back here in Miami, and now here's the starter for the Cubs, Ben Brown.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip, but he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
And now here is Otto Lopez. Brown with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. Hit hard, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Sal Frelick, the next up for the Marlins. On the ground, a short, could be 2.
Well, every double play turn starts with getting 1, and even though these players work on these plays during batting practice over and over again, sometimes at game speed you can still mess it up. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get nothing.
Here's Lamont Wade Jr.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or 2 of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
In the air. towards left center. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Garrett Mitchell, the next up for the Marlins. This one lifted in the air, left field. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Thought about third there, but throws on the brakes. 2 away now. And time now for the Marlins lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Lamont Wade Jr.
This guy's been a very consistent performer at the plate this year. Top 5 in batting average in the National League. And I tell you what, you got to be good, but you also have to be a little bit lucky. And he's been both, spraying balls all over the yard.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Ripped on a line. Reaches, but can't haul it in. Run comes in from second, and it's an RBI single. It's 2-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And up next for Miami, Graham Pauley. The 1-1. And there's a ball.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Runner on the go. On the ground, out to short. Whips it to Casas. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Second inning coming up here in South Florida. It's the Marlins 2 and the Cubs nothing. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Second inning set to go. And here's the veteran outfielder, Austin Hayes. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. And that one off the outside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Chop back up the middle. Lopez throws to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. The Marlins looking to build momentum towards the postseason, and a win here would certainly help. Whips it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Still a couple of months to go, Boog, but there's definitely a little more energy and pressure around each game right now. A win here would be a nice shot of momentum.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's Hunter Renfroe. 2 outs, base is empty. And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. That one gets down for a hit. Man at first, Chas McCormick, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Myers right there to make the grab, and that'll do it. Cubs leave 1. They trail things here 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. And now for the Marlins, Dane Myers. Base knock right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And now, Luis Torrens. Out there to center. That's a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. So now the DH spot, Trey Sweeney. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Glove flip to second, to first, not in time. Great effort there. Otto Lopez now at the plate. Inside. 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Two on, one out. That one fouled off. 2-2. Line drive, caught. Now a long throw home, but it's offline.
Good piece of hitting right there. He's thinking off the bat, that's getting down for extra bases, but nice job of the outfielder running it down, making the catch. Still comes away with the sac fly, though, RBI.
Now the number 2 hitter, Sal Frelick. Up the middle. Into the outfield, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs. The man they call Late Night Lamont steps in. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Tosses to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. They get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We played 2 full. It's the Marlins 3 and the Cubs nothing. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. Garrett winds and deals. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
1 out, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
1-2.
Good eye in that spot.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the 3rd. Nothing across here this half. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Marlins 3 and the Cubs nothing. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Hit in the air left field. Hayes ranging after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One away. This is Willie Castro. Hit on the ground to short. Swanson fires in time. Two outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Graham Pauley. The 1-1 is fouled off. This one smoked, could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a two-bagger.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Now the left fielder, Dane Myers. Back to the mound. He's got it. To first, out number 3. One left for Miami, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Back here in Miami, now batting Tristan Casas. And a 1-1. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Hey.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. I mean, it doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Next offering upstairs. Slapped foul. That one down the line, and that's just foul.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be.
Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row. Cubs are down quietly. They trail it here 3-0. And we're back. And here is Luis Torrens. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller. Good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
3-1.
That one not close. Ball 3.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
This to center field. Pulls it in on the run. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
In the air, left field. Hayes has it sized up. 2 down.
The batter, number 6.
So the lineup flips over. Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. 2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Sends it to first.
He's out.
And that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Marlins 3 and the Cubs nothing. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Slings to first, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Hunter Renfroe at the plate.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Frelick gets under it, makes the grab, 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, the designated hitter, Chaz.
And up next for Chicago, Chas McCormick. McCormick was recently in the All-Star game for the first time, a nice career achievement. That's to third, makes the sliding stop to first. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
Well, I definitely think the speed down the line played a factor on that throw. He had more time than he thought, but as a fielder, the speed of the game and the speed of the runner sometimes can get in your head, and he just rushed it and failed to make a clean throw.
Two outs, runner at first. And the batter now, Pete Crow Armstrong. Popped up. Lopez. And that'll do it. One left for the Cubs. They trail in this one 3-0. Back here at Lone Depot Park, digging in, Sal Frelick. And that's outside. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Javier Assad getting ready to go. Miller getting loose as well. That's towards center. Crow Armstrong moves after it. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, first baseman.
And now Lamont Wade Jr. Wade recently taking home Player of the Month honors. Rips one to left. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Ben Brown is done. Just never found his groove. Wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on. Back in a moment.
Now pitching for
They turn things over to the southpaw, Brian King.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Man at first with one gone. Garrett Mitchell, the next to hit. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
batting, the shortstop,
Willie Castro, the next up for the Marlins. This one in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong snags it for the second out.
Up next for the Marlins, the third baseman, Paulie.
And at the plate for Miami, Graham Paulie. This one in the air. Swanson squeezes it, and that will end the inning. Marlins strand a pair, but they lead at 3-0. All set for the top of the 6th. So up now for Chicago, Nico Horner. Swings here and blasts one left field. That one back there, and it's gone. His 11th of the year, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 3-1.
That home run narrows the gap between these two. This one isn't over yet. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Dansby Swanson stands in. Fouls one off. 2-2.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're the top half of the 6th. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. This one in the air, right field. He's got it, and there's one down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Tristan Casas, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
Battling here as he fouls it away. And a ball and 2 strikes. There's a swing and a drive. And that ball is gone. His 16th homer of the year. It's 3-2. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
That home run was a no-doubter as we dive into the numbers with StatCast.
Crushed, Boog. Just absolutely crushed. 112 miles per hour on the exit velo, and like you said, no doubt about that one. Plenty of launch angle to give it that backspin as well, and that carried way over the wall.
And Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. That one catches the zone, and that's strike 2. One down, base is empty. Swing and a pop-up. Wade on the move. And there's 2 away. And now it's Austin Hayes. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive, and that gets down for a base hit, and that extends the inning.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So If he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Dane Myers. And it's fouled away. There's a line drive to left field. And it looks like trouble. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. He somehow got to that outside pitch and pulled it hard into the outfield. Not exactly what you're supposed to do with that kind of location, but you wouldn't know it by how the ball came off his bat.
Luis Torrens, the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Hayes makes the grab, 1 down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
And now here's the Marlins DH, Trey Sweeney.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run, and the number 9 guy at the plate. Ground ball up the middle. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Got the bat going too soon, and strike 2.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Swing and a ball softly hit out into left center, and the inning is over. Marlins leave 1, but they're up 3-2. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Dax Fulton.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Into second base. The tying run is on with a leadoff double.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. Now we'll see if they can pick up that tying run and start us over here in the late innings.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
1-2.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And that one in the air center field. Mitchell sizes this one up. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at third. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first.
Ground ball up the middle, that's a base hit. Runner from third in to score. And it's an RBI single, and this game is tied in the 7th.
Picks himself up at RBI. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Here's Nico Horner. There goes the runner. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it. That's a nice job right there.
Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1-2.
Swing and a miss, and that is that.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Number 43.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. Tap foul at the plate. That one drifts inside. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Porter Hodge up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. That one misses, and the count's full.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. He sends it out of here. And they jump out front. It's 4-3.
You're not going to be able to wipe the smile off his face for a while, Boog. He just changed the game.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Lamont Wade Jr., the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
One ball,
Part of the order
2
coming
strikes.
through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
The 1-2. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
So man aboard. Garrett Mitchell, the next up for the Marlins. On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3, but it's not in time, and they just get one. Now at the plate, Willie Castro. Now one missed. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. And a foul ball. Snap throw to first. And he's back in easily. Double play ball to second. Tags the runner for 1. And that's 2. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now a 4-3 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Anthony Bender.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
And now 2-1.
Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. And it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Austin Hayes, the next Cub to hit. And that one is in for a strike at 95. Going to count 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Looking to get the tying run on base. This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied. That's one way to quiet the crowd. Home run number 15 on the year, and we're all square. It's 4-4. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And now the batter is Carson Kelly.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
The 1-2. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. Back and forth we go. A seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. But the Cubs draw even thanks to this solo shot. It's now tied 4-4. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Porter Hodge.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Graham Pauley getting ready to hit. Tied at 4. Swing and a ball popped up. Brings it in. 1 up, 1 down. And up next for Miami, Dane Myers.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Hard liner. Did 1 hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Safe, and that's his 3rd hit.
Having a really nice game here. That's his 2nd extra base hit.
He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it. A lot riding on this next at bat now as they look to take the lead at a critical point in this one.
1 out, runner at 2nd. And now the catcher comes up to him, Luis Torrens. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 1-2. Gets under it and pops it up. Corner. Drops into the glove, and there's 2 down. Trey Sweeney, the next up for the Marlins. Outside low, and a count 2-1. This one in the air. Suarez. That is the inning. 1 left for Miami. Still all square at 4 apiece.
That was an opportunity to do damage. He popped it up instead. Frustrating at bat. He'll be thinking about that one for a while.
New pitcher for the Marlins, Declan Cronin.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Turned on, but foul wide of 3rd. Four in the 9th. Swings and he pops it up near the pitcher's mound. And there's 1 away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
And here's the DH for the Cubs, Chas McCormick. There's the strike. Next offering is outside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
All tied up here at the top of the ninth. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. In the air, right field. Freeland makes a nice running catch. And next for the Cubs, Pete Crow Armstrong. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Ball.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Got him swinging. Offense held in check there. To the bottom of the ninth we go. Top of the order, due up. And we are tied 4-4. So they turn to their closer, Andres Munoz.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
So back to the top of the order, Otto Lopez digs in now. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And now the right fielder, Sal Frelick. Center field. Crow Armstrong flashes the leather on the running catch. And now the first baseman, Lamont Wade Jr. Trying to send this extra innings. Line drive, Adam in center field. And 1-2-3 go the Marlins. Score remains tied at 4. Back here at Lone Depot Park. New inning getting started. Nico Horner will come up to hit. That one finds the corner. And the count 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
2-2.
That's off the mark, and the count is filled up. Dansby Swanson in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Man at second. Chop to third. Paulie in plenty of time to first. One away in the top half of the 10th. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now it's Dansby Swanson. One out. The go-ahead run is at second. Runner takes off. Cut on and miss. Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
I'd say an aggressive roll of the dice there to steal third in this spot, but they felt good about it, and it worked out.
Now the game plan changes a little bit at the plate to get that go-ahead run home. The defense might pull the infield in.
Swing and a ground ball, but that rolls foul.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Oh, that's a huge strikeout right there. Big second out. Infield was in. They were playing the full court press, and he got the swing and miss. Keeps this one tied. This next at bat should be a lot of fun. The odds of wiggling out of this just went up considerably.
Tristan Casas, the next Cub to hit. That one a little bit high. 2 balls and a strike. Two down. Go ahead run in scoring position. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. Lined, and that's a base hit. The run scores from third. It's an RBI single, and they've got the lead in extra innings.
Well, that at-bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
2 outs. Runner on first. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Eugenio Suarez. This one in the air. Pauly. And that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 5-4 ball game. Back after this on the show. On to the bottom of the 10th. Leading off, Garrett Mitchell.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this is where they earn their keep.
Ripped to short. Swanson fires over to first. And they get the leadoff man in the 10th. Willie Castro now at the plate. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. Runner around third. He'll score and then tie it. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
So digging in, Graham Pauly. The winning run on second base. No. And that's down and away. Fastball right back to the mound. Throws to first in time. 2 away.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And now for the Marlins, Dane Myers.
Well, there's a reason why he's at the bottom of the order, struggling as of late. But a knock here would be a huge lift for him and for his team.
2 outs.
Ball.
Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. The winning run crosses the plate, and the Marlins walk it off in extra innings.
So exciting to see a team walk it off. Not so much fun if you're on the other side, but what a great way to win. This team is celebrating, and this win is well deserved.
6-5 the final here today. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.